Hello, welcome to Rough Cut Film Review. This is a review of Pain and Gain. So this is Michael Bay's latest attempt to show the world that he's a proper filmmaker, he's a proper director, and not a teenage pornographer, which a lot of people suspect he is. It's an 18, it's Bay going back to his roots, making a violent crime film more akin to Bad Boys than any of the transforming robot franchise we've seen in the years since then. It's written by the guys that brought us the quite fun Captain America and the fairly recent Narnia films, but apparently Pain and Gain is based on a true story, which I find incredibly hard to believe, as the film makes little sense and certainly has a wide disconnect between reality and what is presumably Michael Bay world, which is basically Nuts magazine with explosions. Here Michael Bay takes a really good cast, Mark Wahlberg, Ed Harris, Dwayne Johnson, and he makes a film where the plot, the tone and the script make little to no sense to varying degrees. The film for me didn't start disastrously, largely because I really like Mark Wahlberg and the film is slow to get going, but once it does, his character, along with all the others, are leering nightmare caricatures. No one in the real world is actually this horrible. It's actually when Bay is trying to be funny that he displays what a base and terrible human being he really is. Racism, sexism, homophobia, sadism, it's all in there and played as a joke, and it really is baffling. Pulling the strings obviously is Michael Bay. The man seems to think that a black man having a relationship with a chubby, dirty talking white lady with poor personal hygiene is the height of hilarity. This is after all a comedy, and this is the comedy. She's not hot, but he fancies her anyway. Good gracious, that's funny. And wait, there's more. The man in question suffers from erectile dysfunction. What a hoot. Look out, Woody Allen. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself with the complaining about this. You do get the impression that the only women that Michael Bay has ever had any experience of are Vegas strippers on sedatives. Women to Michael Bay, on the basis of this and other things I've seen, are utterly disposable. They're like fast cars or guns or exploding helicopters. They're a cool object to have around, and they're worthless in any other way. Entirely superficial understanding of any kind of value put on things. But anyway, right, let's go back to the plot. So plot-wise, we've got three bodybuilders in Miami. Wahlberg is our largely unlovable protagonist. He's a personal fitness trainer, and boy, to be fair, Wahlberg is incredibly fit for this film. It's ridiculous, really. You really believe he is a fitness trainer because you see him on screen doing all this stuff, and it looks completely genuine. So, good on him for that. His character attends seminars and reads up on these self-improvement gurus. You know the ones. They've got the mantras, be a winner, join my self-improvement plan and be a winner, that Louis Theroux has looked at. All this exploitative nonsense. Ultimately, it turns out one of his clients is a wealthy, sort of shady criminal character. So Wahlberg's character enlists his two muscular chums in order to take what the shady client has, effectively. It's sort of a less clever, talented Mr. Ripley. It's supposed to be a dark comedy, something akin to maybe something that the Coen brothers might do, except the Coen brothers might do it somewhat better than this. It's a comment on the American dream, but the whole enterprise is absolutely shameful. And by enterprise, I don't mean their scheme in the film, I mean the making of this film. Mark Wahlberg, for me, has done something really impressive. His natural charm nearly swings what is an incredibly unlikable and frankly grotesque character. So even when he's doing or saying really horrible things that no person in the real world would ever dream of doing, you can't completely hate him because it's Mark Wahlberg and he's a really nice guy. It's Mark Wahlberg and he's a good actor. And I find that all the more upsetting that he's here being a nice guy given the context. How has Michael Bay got so confused over such a simple setup as well in terms of the plot, the structure? It doesn't really make any sense. If this had been handled by somebody else, and by somebody else I mean anybody else, I'm not just talking about Werner Herzog, but someone that understands people, as in what dialogue might look like between two people, what an actual real world conversation might have, this film might have been okay. The premise is alright, as sort of a low rent Scarface type look at the American dream and wants and needs and all this sort of thing. Ultimately, we're left with a mangled, confused, leering and absolutely repugnant view of people and greed. It's confused, it's nasty, it's arrogant, and it clearly enjoys wallowing in its own filth. I would rather Michael Bay went back to making his horrible robot Transformers films, because whereas when he tries to actually show human beings in his films, we get a sense of how little of a human being he actually is. It's also surface. There's no substance there at all in any of the things that he does. I read on IMDB, I don't know if this is true, but the opulent mansion displayed in this film is apparently his mansion. So he's putting his life up on there on the screen and going, hey, look, I've made it. I'm someone. I'm important. I get the ladies. I don't know. It's just so depressing. Really depressing. Kind regards, Christopher Thomas.